Welcome to the mystic Astrozen, where the stars don't just speak, they reveal. If you found your way here, trust that the universe led you for a reason. This is more than just astrology, it's soul work. And today, Scorpio, the message is for you. Between July 5th and 6th, a rare and powerful energy portal opens, specifically aligned with your transformation. It's a moment written in the stars, one that holds the potential to shift your financial path, expose long-hidden emotional truths, and unlock the next phase of your soul's evolution. In this video, we're going to dive deep into what this means for you, why it matters now, and how to harness this energy with intention. So stay with us. What you're about to hear might explain everything you've been sensing, and awaken everything you're about to become. Scorpio. Something rare and powerful is unfolding for you between July 5th and 6th, and it is not a coincidence that you are hearing this now. The cosmic door is opening, not for everyone, but for those who have walked through fire and dared to rise from it. You are one of them. This moment is not just a shift in the stars, it is a sacred appointment written into your soul's timeline long before you were born. The universe has been whispering, preparing, rearranging, and now, all the pieces begin to align. What once felt uncertain will begin to make sense. What once felt far away will begin to draw near. These 2 days are charged with a rare energy, almost like the atmosphere around you is humming with invisible threads of transformation. You might feel it already. The strange pull in your chest, the vivid dreams, the return of memories you thought you'd buried. The sense that something big is about to happen. And you're right. The energy of July 5th and 6th is not gentle. It is fierce, precise, unrelenting, just like you. It is here to strip away what no longer belongs, to confront you with truth and to remind you of your deepest power. You may face sudden clarity around your finances, your relationships, and even your life direction. You may feel exposed, but do not mistake discomfort for danger. This is your rebirth in motion. You are stepping into a vortex of truth, alignment, and acceleration. The decisions you make, the words you speak, and the intentions you set in this window will echo through the rest of the year, and possibly the rest of your life. So this is not the time to hide. This is not the time to shrink. This is the time to look yourself in the mirror and ask, what version of me is trying to emerge? Because what's on the other side of this moment is not just a better life. It's a life that finally reflects your truth. Welcome to the threshold, Scorpio. The door is open. Will you step through? Scorpio, money has never just been about numbers for you. It's about power, control, safety, and above all, purpose. Between July 5th and 6th, something extraordinary is shifting in your financial field. You may not see it instantly in your bank account, but you will feel it in your bones. A ripple in the unseen realms that tells you something is moving. Something big. This is not about chasing or hustling. In fact, what's coming to you now is a result of everything you've already done, seeds you planted long ago, quietly, intentionally, and without applause. The universe has been watching. And now the ground begins to move beneath your feet. This breakthrough might show up as a surprising opportunity, an offer, an idea, a sudden yes after months of waiting. It might be a financial return from something you nearly gave up on, or it could be something much deeper, a download of clarity, a strategic insight that changes the game. Your gift is that you sense what's valuable before the world catches on. And now, your intuition is your greatest asset. Listen closely. Are you being nudged toward a different investment? A new business model? A conversation you've been avoiding around money? The energy right now supports bold yet precise moves. Scorpio, this is your realm. You do not fear risk when it is aligned with truth. But be mindful. This is not the time to act from ego or desperation. The breakthrough is real, but it requires spiritual responsibility. You are being entrusted with more, but to receive it fully, you must release the need to control every outcome. Let your instincts guide you, but anchor them in your long-term vision. Imagine yourself not just surviving, but building generational wealth, impact, and freedom. This isn't just a paycheck. It's a portal. You are stepping into a new relationship with abundance, one where money flows to you not because you chase it, but because you finally realize you deserve it. You've done the work. Now, let the reward find you. July 5th and 6th may seem like just 2 ordinary days, but for you, they carry the weight of a financial timeline shifting. Don't blink. Don't doubt. Just open your hands and receive what's already yours. Scorpio. If there's one thing you cannot tolerate, it's false intimacy. The kind that wears a mask, that speaks in half-truths, that fears its own depth. And yet, you've stayed silent for so long, haven't you? Maybe to protect someone else's comfort, maybe to avoid breaking something fragile. But the energy between July 5th and 6th is not here to preserve illusions. It's here to reveal truth. Not to harm, but to heal. The cosmos is now pushing everything hidden in your heart to the surface. And not just your truths, but theirs, too. You may suddenly hear from someone you've been thinking about for months. A message, a confession, a long overdue apology. Or perhaps you will be the one who finally says the thing you've been holding back. Either way, these next 2 days act like a spiritual truth serum. The masks will fall, the misunderstandings will burn away, and what remains will be real. If you've been unsure about where a relationship is heading, clarity will strike like lightning. You'll know, you'll feel it, and you'll no longer be able to pretend otherwise. For some, this will mean a powerful reunion, 2 souls seeing each other clearly, perhaps for the first time. For others, it will be a graceful ending, not out of resentment, but because the soul knows it's time to let go. The truth is, Scorpio, love has never been about possession for you. It's about merging, and for that, there must be honesty, vulnerability, and courage. You are being asked to go deeper now. To love not from fear, but from power, the power of being fully seen. Can you open yourself without demanding? Can you let them speak without jumping to control the outcome? Because what unfolds in this moment will shape your emotional world for months to come. These aren't just fleeting feelings. They are soul-level awakenings. Some of you may meet someone new, someone who reflects a version of you that only just emerged. Others will see an old bond with new eyes. But no matter your situation, one thing is clear. The heart wants truth now. And the universe is ready to give it, guys, here, if you're brave enough to ask and soft enough to receive. Scorpio, what if I told you that the life you've been living is far too small for the soul you truly are? That the discomfort you've been feeling isn't a punishment. It's a sacred signal that you've outgrown the version of yourself you once needed to survive? Between July 5th and 6th, a deeper transformation begins. Not the kind that makes headlines, the kind that rewrites your entire direction. You may wake up and suddenly feel done with the job, the routine, the expectations, the identity you've worn like armor. You may sense a strange urgency, like something inside you is whispering, "It's time. Go deeper. Go further. Go now." These aren't just random emotions. They're energetic alignments syncing you with your higher path. You might receive signs, repeating numbers, powerful dreams, uncanny synchronicities, unexpected meetings that feel destined. Or maybe it's subtler, a quiet, undeniable clarity in your chest that says, "This isn't it anymore." And here's the truth, Scorpio. You don't need to explain your transformation to anyone. Not everyone is meant to understand the path you're stepping into. Because this isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more of who you were always meant to be. That means shedding the layers that once protected you. The roles that earned you love. The labels that made you feel safe. And yes, that process can feel like chaos. But Scorpio was never meant for comfort. You were built for depth, for intensity, for rebirth. You are the sign of the phoenix, not by name, but by design. And this is your next burning, your next flight, your next evolution. Don't be afraid to walk away from something just because it used to feel right. Don't resist the pull toward something new just because you don't have the map. You are the map. Your intuition is the compass, and your courage is the key. What awaits you on the other side of this inner upgrade is not just purpose. It's alignment, freedom, expansion. A life that finally mirrors your soul's magnitude. So when the urge comes to pivot, to speak, to leap, don't freeze. Don't wait for permission. July 5th and 6th are your cosmic green light. This is not the breakdown, this is the becoming. Scorpio. As the universe opens this rare portal between July 5th and 6th, your task is not to control it, but to integrate it. This isn't just a time for watching signs. It's a time for partnering with them. The energies are subtle but strong, and they respond to your alignment, not your effort. So how do you anchor what's arriving? Start by listening. Create space for stillness. Even 5 quiet minutes before sunrise can shift your entire field. Light a candle. Journal without filter. Ask your soul, what am I ready to receive? And then, trust the answer, even if it doesn't come in words. Some of you will be called to clean your physical space. Don't ignore this. When your outer world reflects clarity, your inner world follows. Others may feel a sudden need to walk away from something, or toward something new. Honor it. These nudges aren't random. They're spiritual instructions disguised as instinct. Set one intention for each realm: love, money, and self-growth. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Let the universe witness your readiness. A simple affirmation might unlock more than you think. I am aligned. I am open. I receive with grace. And remember, this isn't about chasing big outcomes. This is about subtle pivots, one honest conversation, one brave decision, one quiet act of faith. That's all it takes to shift timelines. Above all, Scorpio, resist the urge to explain your transformation to those who aren't meant to understand it. Your path is sacred. Let it unfold in silence if needed. This portal isn't asking you to become someone else. It's asking you to return to the most magnetic, intuitive, and powerful version of yourself. The one who no longer begs the world to see them, because they finally see themselves. The shift is happening, all that's left is to allow it. Scorpio. Transformation isn't always about gaining something new. Sometimes it's about finally releasing what has silently weighed on your soul for far too long. Between July 5th and 6th, the universe is inviting you into an emotional detox, and it may feel raw, unexpected, or even overwhelming. Old memories may rise without warning. Emotions you thought you buried, grief, anger, shame, longing, may return like waves crashing through your chest. But don't resist them. These feelings aren't setbacks. They're signals. Your soul is saying, this no longer belongs here. This is your chance to say goodbye, not just to people, but to the version of yourself that had to survive in silence. You no longer need to carry what broke you. You no longer have to wear the wounds as your name tag, whether it's guilt from a past decision, pain from a lost love, or the weight of always being strong. It is safe to let it go now. Create a ritual. Write a letter and burn it. Whisper your farewell under the moonlight. Cry, scream, sleep, dance, whatever your soul asks of you. This release is not weakness, it is sacred, it is power. Because only when you empty your heart of the old, can the new truly enter. And what's coming for you, Scorpio, is too big, too beautiful, too aligned to share space with the pain you've outgrown. This isn't the end of your story. This is the cleansing before the breakthrough. Let the tears fall. Let the past dissolve. Let the old you rest. You are not breaking down, you are clearing the path for your truest self to rise. Scorpio, the days of July 5th and 6th are not just dates on a calendar. They are cosmic coordinates. A divine alignment is unfolding, quietly but powerfully, and if you tune in, you'll feel it. This is not about rushing toward a goal or pushing for change. It's about realizing that the universe has already prepared the ground, and all you need to do now is step into rhythm with it. Divine timing is not a myth. It's the invisible current that has carried you through delay, heartbreak, and detour, not to punish you, but to protect what was meant for you. Everything that didn't happen before now wasn't supposed to, and everything that begins now is arriving right on time. Maybe you've been frustrated asking, why hasn't it happened yet? The answer is simple. Because your soul wasn't fully ready, but now it is. July 5th and 6th mark the opening of a new energetic cycle, one where the seeds you've planted start to bloom, where the prayers you've whispered begin to echo back. But you must move with alignment, not anxiety. Trust the slowness. Trust the silence. Trust the pause before the miracle. When the opportunity comes, and it will, act from intuition, not urgency. Say yes, not because you're afraid to lose it, but because it resonates in your bones. Say no, not from fear, but from clarity. The right timing always feels calm, always feels inevitable. Scorpio, this is your reminder. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Let go of the clock, trust the stars, and remember what's meant for you is not just coming, it's already here. Scorpio, what if I told you this isn't the final chapter, but merely the doorway to something far greater than even your visions have shown you? What if everything up to this point, the heartbreaks, the delays, the near misses, the silent nights, were all part of a hidden prophecy that is only now beginning to reveal itself? Between July 5th and 6th, the veil is lifting, and what lies behind it is a version of reality that finally matches the depth of your soul. You may start noticing patterns in the chaos. You may hear things in dreams, see symbols in numbers, or feel a pull in your chest that defies logic. Don't dismiss it. These aren't coincidences. These are activations. Clues from the divine. Your soul has reached a vibrational frequency that is no longer compatible with smallness, in love, in money, in identity. You are being called into expansion not through effort, but through alignment. The person you are becoming isn't emerging from pressure, they're rising from memory. A sacred remembering of who you were before the world told you who to be, and that remembering will guide every decision, every relationship, every breath you take from here. Scorpio, the prophecy continues, not as a story written for you, but a path you are now co-creating with the divine. Do not wait for someone else to validate what your spirit already knows. Walk the path as if it's blessed, because it is. And when you feel the shift, and you will, let it carry you forward, not with fear, but with sacred knowing. This is not an ending. It is the return. Welcome back to yourself. Scorpio, as the final rays of this cosmic window fade on July 6th, something irreversible will have shifted within you. not because of a single moment, but because your soul has been preparing for this transformation across lifetimes. What you're stepping into now is not a new chapter. It's a whole new story. A story where you no longer play the role of the one who waits, the one who wonders, the one who carries it all in silence. That version of you, strong, yes, but tired, is now laying down their armor, and in their place rises someone even more powerful. Not because they fight harder, but because they flow deeper. The Scorpio you are becoming knows that peace is power, that truth is magnetic, that boundaries are sacred. You're no longer here to prove yourself. You're here to be yourself, fully, unapologetically, and divinely guided. From this point on, your decisions will feel cleaner, your intuition sharper, your love deeper, not because it demands, but because it no longer fears being seen. You will attract not what you chase, but what matches your healed frequency, and the world will begin to reflect back a life that feels like home. So if you feel a quiet sadness as this message ends, honor it. That's the grief of leaving behind the version of you that got you here. But don't worry, you're not losing anything. You're simply making room, because 6 months from now you'll look back on these days, July 5th and 6th, and whisper to yourself, that was the turning point. That's when I remembered who I was. This is not goodbye. This is a beginning, and your prophecy is only just beginning to unfold. Scorpio, when the final moment of July 6th arrives, you will not be the same person who began this journey. Not because something outside of you changed, but because something ancient within you woke up. The pressure, the silence, the longing, and they were not empty. They were contractions before the birth of your true self. What's emerging now is not a better version of you. It's the real one. The one who no longer chases validation. The one who no longer fears being misunderstood. The one who no longer lives half alive just to make others comfortable. This new you is clear-eyed, grounded, and deeply magnetic. Not because of how much you try, but because of how fully you've surrendered. And from this point forward, everything shifts. The way you speak will hold more truth. The way you move will hold more purpose. The way you love will be deeper, but freer. You're not here to fix anyone. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to align, to shine, to walk in rhythm with the divine. And as your frequency rises, so too will your reality. The people you attract, the doors that open, the peace that finally feels permanent. You are stepping into a life that mirrors your inner healing. A timeline where your power doesn't come from control, but from clarity. And soon, you'll realize that nothing you've lost was ever meant to stay. It was only clearing space for what's now arriving. So breathe, Scorpio. Mourn the version of you that got you this far, and bless them. But don't stay there, because ahead of you is a life that feels like destiny. And every step you take from this moment on will echo with purpose. This isn't an ending. It's a remembering, a return, a rising. You are becoming everything your soul always knew you could be. So Scorpio, now that the prophecy has been spoken and the path is unfolding, the real question is, what will you do with it? Will you walk away and forget what stirred your soul today? Or will you stay, reflect, and rise into the version of you that's been waiting to be awakened? Because what's coming next is even more powerful, and it's already on its way. There are more messages, more revelations, more secrets written in the stars just for you. Make sure you don't miss what's meant to find you. Subscribe to The Mystic Astrozen, where every word is a doorway, every video a cosmic mirror. Your transformation is only beginning, and the next sign might arrive sooner than you think.